If you've started noticing little things with your parents lately, forgotten appointments, repeated stories, unopened mail, confusion with medicine, you may be wondering, is this a normal aging thing or is something else going on here? And here's the hard part. Many parents become incredibly good at hiding memory problems. Not because they're trying to deceive you, but because they're scared. They're scared of losing their independence. They're scared of becoming a burden. Scared someone might take away their home, their car, their freedom. What does this mean for them? In today's video, I want to walk you through the 5 biggest signs your parents may be hiding memory issues. Sign number 1, they start repeating the same stories or questions. This is one of the earliest and most overlooked signs, is repetition. Maybe your mom tells you the exact same story twice in one conversation. Maybe your dad asks the same question 3 times in an hour. Maybe they forgot they already told you something yesterday. Now, occasionally forgetting something is completely normal. I do it. But when repetition becomes frequent and consistent, especially over several months, that's when families should start paying closer attention. What many adult children do is try to explain it away. Oh, they're just getting older, they're tired, they've always been forgetful. But memory challenges usually don't show up all at once. They often begin very subtle. And here's something important. People experiencing early cognitive decline don't realize it themselves. So instead of correcting them or embarrassing them, focus on the observation and compassion. Start documenting patterns quietly to yourself. That information becomes incredibly helpful later when the conversation becomes necessary. Sign number 2. The bills, the mail, and the household tasks start piling up. This is a huge one. Many adult children first notice something is wrong when they walk into the home and things start to feel different. Stacks of unopened mail, expired food in the refrigerator, missed bill payments, laundry piling up, home maintenance getting neglected. Sometimes families assume this means their parent is simply overwhelmed and tired. But managing a household requires executive functioning. That includes organization, memory, prioritization, and decision-making. When cognitive challenges begin, these tasks often become difficult ones for someone to openly admit that they need help with. Many parents become extremely skilled at covering this up. They may stop inviting people over, they may minimize the issue, or they may become defensive when anyone offers help. One thing I always encourage families to do is to approach these situations with curiosity instead of criticism. Instead of saying, "Why are you letting this happen?" Try, "I noticed this seems like a lot to manage lately. How can I help?" That small shift changes everything. So let's talk about sign 3. Changes in hygiene, weight, or appearance. This sign is often emotional for families because it can happen gradually. You may notice your parent wearing the same clothes repeatedly. Maybe they've lost weight unexpectedly. Maybe their hygiene habits have changed. Or maybe they simply don't seem like themselves anymore, and you can feel it. And again, this is not always dementia. It could also be depression, medication issues, loneliness, hearing loss, nutrition deficiency, mobility limitations. These are signs that families should not ignore. One of the hardest things for adult children is realizing their parents may no longer be functioning at the level they once were. That realization can bring guilt, sadness, denial, fear, but noticing concerns early creates so many more options, more dignity and time to plan, many opportunities for loved ones to participate in the discussion together. Sign number 4, they become defiant, withdrawn, or easily agitated. This one surprises many families. This one can happen quickly. Sometimes the first major symptom is not memory itself, it's personality change. Maybe your parent suddenly becomes irritated when you ask a simple question. Maybe they avoid social gatherings. Maybe they stop answering phone calls. Maybe they accuse others of moving things or stealing things, and things feel harder than they used to, but not wanting to admit it. That can feel terrifying for somebody. And unfortunately, many families unintentionally escalate these situations by arguing, correcting, or just pushing too hard. Instead, let's focus on preserving dignity. Our goal is not to win the conversation. Our goal is to keep communication open and maintain trust. The calmer and safer someone feels emotionally, the more likely they are to accept support later. Sign number 5. This one is the biggest safety concern families face. Maybe there are new dents in the car. Maybe they've gotten lost driving somewhere very familiar. Maybe reaction times are slower. They become anxious when driving at night. This is incredibly emotional because driving represents independence. For many seniors, losing the ability to drive feels like losing freedom itself. This is why conversations must be handled gently and proactively, not during a crisis, and not from a place of control. One thing I encourage families to think about is replacing independence instead of simply removing it. So, we can set up transportation support, arrange grocery delivery, coordinate family driving schedules, explore senior transportation programs. The goal is preserving quality of life while improving safety. So what do you do next? If you're noticing several of these signs, here is what I want you to remember. You do not have to solve everything overnight. You're not gonna. And you do not have to wait until there's emergency either. The families who tend to navigate these situations best are the ones who start having calm conversations early. Not panicked conversations during a hospital stay. Start building a support team. Talk with doctors. Organize important documents. Discuss further wishes gently. Look at housing options before they become urgent. And most importantly, approach this season with compassion, both your parents and yourself. Because being part of the sandwich generation, rear children, marriages, financing, and aging parents all at the same time. And many people get completely overwhelmed just by trying to hold it all together. If this video helped you, I'd love for you to subscribe because this channel is all about helping families navigate aging, downsizing, senior living options, and life transitions with clarity and compassion. And if you're currently walking through this season of life with your parents, I want you to know that you are not alone. There are so many families quietly trying to figure out the same situation right now. I would love it if you could leave a comment below and tell me, what is the hardest part of navigating this season with your parents? I read every single comment, and if you know someone who needs this video, send it to them. Sometimes one conversation early can completely change a family's future. I'm Allison Costello with Legacy and Lifestyle Homes, your seniors real estate specialist here in Solano County, and I am on a mission to help our sandwich generation and aging parents live through this next chapter of life together with more ease and clarity. Thank you for watching.